Hey guys, it's Rebecca, and it is Super Bowl Sunday. Yay! I have a little while before I have to go over to my friend's house for the whole viewing ritual that's taken every year. I have never watched the Super Bowl in my life though, so it's my first time. I'm excited for that. I'm excited for the food. I've heard the food is really good because everyone makes food and yum. And especially because it's free. Free food is good food anytime. I just want to mention in this video, look, I have on, I like to get dressed up for anything, not dressed up like classy, not like that, but I like to, show support for everything, not even if I don't even know what anything's about, or if I don't know it, I just, like, research what the colors are, or what the symbol is, and I go for it, but, I have on black and yellow, well, black and yellow for the Steelers from Pittsburgh. I'm from Chicago, and the Bears lost. I had the pleasure of being in the car when the whole game was playing because we took a road trip. I took a road trip with my friend, and on the way home, we couldn't make it home for the game, so like we were listening to it on the radio, and they were so mad and sad, and I was like, oh man, but I didn't really care. I don't really care about sports. Anyways, so I just want to show my support. And I have to get rid of my green fingernail polish though because it's the Packers color, and that's who we lost to. I have to get rid of it, but isn't this a gorgeous color? Anyways, I'm here for books. Sorry. Okay. Side note, I'm gonna be playing with my bangs a lot this whole video because I don't want to pin them up because it looks weird. But I'm just gonna be going like this throughout the whole thing. If you want to count how many times I touch my hair and leave it in the comments, good show. The winner gets a prize. No, they don't. On a quick side note, I just wanted to give a couple shout outs before I forget because on the last couple of videos I've forgotten and I'm sorry and I don't realize it until I put it up and I'm like crap and then I forget the next time, so I'm just gonna shout them out now. Let's see, I have a post-it of what I'm supposed to do. Let me pull that up. Let's see. Okay, first off, Monkey Girl for Life. I'll link her thing right here. She's just starting out book reviews, and I told her I'd give her a shout out, so go check her out. Just starting out, she needs a little support, and let's see if you like her. Another one. Okay, this one's called Book Geek Music Freak, which is funny because it rhymes. And he gave me a shout out, and I didn't even know about it. I found it through a search, and what happened was I was trying to find this video to see if it had problems with it, so I typed in my thing. And then it came up, and I was like, oh, is his name Rebecca too? And I'm like, so it was about a book haul, I think, and he gave me a shout out, and I didn't even know about it. And I was like, oh, thank you. And like that was really nice. And he subscribed to me. I don't know you personally. If you're watching this, leave your name in the comments. Let me know what your name is. But that was really nice of you. Thank you. Like I was watching that, I was like, that's me. And it was really nice. It caught me off guard of how nice that was. And it didn't even let me know. And I just, I wonder how many subscribers I got from you. Maybe none, but nevertheless, it was really nice of you. So thank you. So those are the shout outs. Check out those people after watching my video, of course. No, I'm kidding. But really, I'm serious. I mean, come on, it's my video. It's like, okay, so without further ado, here is my review of White Cat. Enjoy. Okay, so I finished White Cat like a week and a half ago. I'm sorry I haven't put up a video sooner. I really just was lazy, not gonna lie. There's no reason. Long intro, sorry about that. Okay, so this is White Cat, and it's by an author named Holly Black, and Holly Black is known for her thighs. I can't pronounce it. Fiv. Like I have a list. I don't know. It's a fairy series, and if any of you are familiar with her, I, however, do not like fairies. I've never read it. I don't plan to. I think they're creepy and weird. Okay, so she wrote this. It's not about fairies. I'll tell you when there's spoilers. I'm going to start off by saying that, yeah, it was okay. It wasn't bad. It wasn't necessarily good either. I haven't seen reviews about this book, so I don't know what other people think, but I'm getting my opinion out there. And first off, she created a world, and basically the world is about these people called curse workers. And what they are is they're just normal people, but certain families have abilities to change something about another person through touch. So his mom is in jail, and she's in jail for curse working, I guess, because it's illegal, because it's supposed to be bad. Anyways, so they have to wear gloves, which is really cool because there's a lot of fun gloves you can wear, designs. So they have to wear gloves. Anyway, so if they like brush up your skin against another person, like his mom can change emotions, so she can make you feel really angry towards somebody and maybe wants you to kill that person so she doesn't have to do it herself. Wild guess, I don't know. His brother is a memory worker, so they can erase memories with the touch of their hands. So basically, any worker needs to wear gloves. It's like the law. The main character of the story is named Castle Sharp, and he's just a regular boy. He comes from a curse worker family, but he's not a curse worker himself. He's kind of like a squib, if you are a Harry Potter fan. Like, that's the equivalent. He's a squib, basically, of his own tribe of people. Anyways, so that's him. He doesn't have eyes. That's a cat. So the whole thing about the cat, he had a best friend when he was 14, I think, and he killed her. And her name was Lila, and she was blonde, and she was happy, and she was weird, kind of. But he killed her, and he's been carrying around that burden for a while. So he's about 17, 18 years old, and he is in boarding school. And the story starts off with him, like, a really weird dream about a white cat, and she bit off his tongue, and then he found himself trying to jump off of the roof of the school, and then he got expelled or something. I don't know, but it's interesting. I mean, it definitely, it was okay. It wasn't the best. The thing about it is, if you're wanting to read it, if you want to read it, I'd say read it because it is interesting. It's a new thing. It's not just vampires and werewolves and magic people. They are kind of magic, but it's new. But the only problem I had with it is that it's going to be a series, so maybe I will continue the series to see if you can give more information. But she doesn't really explain it, really, and there's not a really way of explaining it, I guess. But it just goes off like he's talking to you like it's completely normal. And I compared it to the Uglies trilogy. If you guys read that, oh, I read that so long ago. Oh, that was like my 6th grade, like all over again. Anyways, if you guys read the Uglies, you know how they live in like the dorm. Well, actually, it's not really like that. But you know how like she's explaining it while she's living it. It doesn't really happen in this book. He kind of he talks about it, but he's not really explaining it. You know what I mean? And then it's a little slow. It's honestly, there really isn't a high point in this book. The highest point, if you guys have read it, there's no spoilers, don't worry. But the highest point, if you guys know, in the bathroom, that's not really spoiling anything, but it happens in a bathroom. It wasn't really a climax. It was just the same flow. I felt the whole book it just literally just flowed. There was no rise and fall. The characters really didn't have depth to them at all. The whole thing with the white cat and what it is and what it symbolizes and how it got to be that way, it didn't surprise me, one. My mind wasn't boggled. The whole book just was there. It was a steady pace throughout the whole book. I compare it to the heart monitors in hospitals. Like, do 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 do. It was like do 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 do. It was okay. It wasn't groundbreaking. It wasn't any of that. But let's not be okay. I'm kind of getting too negative about this book. Pros are it's interesting. The whole concept is interesting, and they have a sequel coming out in March, maybe April. I don't really know. It's cool. It's a cool concept, but it just doesn't have a lot of oomph. The whole thing with Lila being the cat was kind of duh. It wasn't groundbreaking. Also, the brothers, I was confused with how they just randomly talked about Anton. It might have been because I wasn't really into the book, so I wasn't paying attention. I was just reading without reading, reading into it that much. But Anton just came unexpected, and I was like, wait, who is this guy? And then when he randomly started beating the crap out of them, and they were randomly in like a hotel or some kind of ballroom with a kitchen. I don't even know how they got there. And then you find out that he's a transformation worker, but in the weirdest way. Like, he just turns a guy's pistol into a snake, but I felt like it could have, I just felt like it could have been better. Like, the writing was good, but it was weird. It was weird how she did it because you never really knew what was going on, but things were going on, if that makes sense. You know, am I the only one that felt that way? Because I don't know. It was just very bland, and I have to say I've never felt like this about a book before because I've never just read it. And if I read a book and I'm just not into it, it takes me a while to finish it, but I will finish it unless it's just too terrible to finish. Oh my god, oh my god, my voice sounds like a puberty man. I don't know. I just never read a book like this where it's just confusing yet boring at the same time. Now, I wouldn't say boring, but just, yeah. Overall, I mean, I'd recommend it to a friend, but I don't know. I'm really hoping that the series continues, but I did make tick marks in it. If you guys are familiar with my tick marks, if you're new, hello. Okay, let's see. Tick marks. Okay, I made a couple tick marks. Let's see what the tick marks are for. Usually when I tick mark something, it's something funny or something weird or something I don't understand, and share it with the audience or ask a question to you. Where he always had flashbacks with Lila confused me because it was written in a way where it doesn't exactly tell you it's a flashback, but you can tell it is, but then it's weird because they don't flash back and forth. You know, it's weird. Anyways, but they're talking about the part where he was playing with Lila and a white cat, a doll turns into the cat, and the cat is just sitting there, but a human voice is coming out of it without talking. Or maybe it was a dream. I'm not sure. It was probably a dream. But what? It's weird. Okay, so it's like the veil slips and falls. Underneath is a cat's face. A cat standing on her two legs. Her triangle head tilted to one side. What the fuck does a triangle head mean? Like cats, I mean, they kind of have... No, their ears are triangles, not their faces. Okay. Her triangle head tilted to one side, almost like her neck's been broken. Ew. Her body covered in the dress. I can't help it. I laugh. I did too. I need your help, says the tiny figure. Figure. It's a cat. You know, it was a figurine of a doll, and now it's a cat, but then they say figure. Okay. Her voice is sad and soft and sounds like Lila's, but with an odd accent that might just be how cats sound when they talk. What the fuck? Cats don't talk. The only accent a cat will have is meow, meow, meow. Not a... Okay. A curse was placed on me, the Lila cat says. A curse that only you can break. Dun, dun, dun. It's just cheesy. Oh my god, okay. Ugh. I was in the car during my road trip, and I was reading this. And usually I'm okay with gore. I'm okay with gore sometimes. But this is different because the castle, when he deliberately cuts open his leg and sticks in stones that are like this big into his leg with a knife that he sterilized with like vodka or something. What do you sterilize it with? Oh, a razor, not even a knife, just like a Swiss Army thing that you just pop up. That is just, ugh. I mean, he just slits it. Oh, no, it's not even a Swiss Army knife. It's a disposable razor. Like a Venus disposable razor that you shave with. Oh. Ugh. That's disgusting. That is disgusting. When he does that, it's just, oh, gross. Okay. Let's see what else in this glorious book. Another thing that I didn't really understand, why am I showing you, is when he had the dream about going on stage and the cats were running the show, and then a herd of army of cats came at him, and he was, I don't know. Some of these events just don't make sense. I don't know. It doesn't really matter. Overall, I gave the book maybe a 4, maybe 3. It wasn't, I didn't think it was bad. I just didn't really think it was worth telling, if that makes sense. I would love for her to go more in depth about it because it is interesting. It's an interesting concept, but the whole book just had that feeling of nothing's happening. Things are happening, but it doesn't feel like things are happening because it just felt like over the board. I don't know. Maybe I'm the only one. I'll look at reviews later to see what other people thought of it. Maybe everyone loved it. Maybe they're going to make a movie out of it. Probably are. But that's about it. Some of these events just don't make sense. I don't know. It doesn't really matter. Overall, I gave the book maybe a 4, maybe 3. It wasn't, I didn't think it was bad. I just didn't really think it was worth telling, if that makes sense. I would love for her to go more in depth about it because it is interesting. It's an interesting concept, but the whole book just had that feeling of nothing's happening. Things are happening, but it doesn't feel like things are happening because it just felt like over the board. I don't know. Maybe I'm the only one. I'll look at reviews later to see what other people thought of it. Maybe everyone loved it. Maybe they're going to make a movie out of it. Probably are. But that's about it. Oh, speaking of movie news, as you probably know, a movie called I Am Number 4 is coming out soon, and I am a huge, huge fan of the book. I love the book. It was a book that I really liked reading. It was one of the books that really got me back into reading when I took a break. So I'm excited about that. I will be rereading it, though, because I want to go to the midnight showing and, like, know everything so I can point it out. I love pointing it out. So that will be the next book, I Am Number 4. If you haven't read it, I'll make my review on it, but I would read it. I would read it. But I'm going to reread it again so I can see it, and then I'll review it because I haven't reviewed that book yet because I read it a while ago. So thank you for watching, and I'll see you guys next time. Go Steelers! That's their name, right?